This is one of the rarest packs of Pokemon cards of all time, but before we do anything with it, here's some more information. The first ever English expansion of Pokemon cards is known to us as the base set, but believe it or not, there are actually 4 different print variations of that expansion. Of course, we have the unlimited base set, which is what most of us would have owned or known from our childhood, and then there's the first edition print, which in recent years has been popularized by Logan Paul, who set an all-time price record of this booster box twice. But believe it or not, there are actually 2 more print variations, and some believe these to be even rarer. Now, the final print variation, which is often referred to as the UK print or the 4th print, the UK print name is not actually correct because you could still find the 4th print in Australia and the USA. And even though people do refer to it as the 4th print, it's actually not the 4th print. I believe there were over 8 official prints of the base set, probably even more. But I believe people refer to it as the 4th print because it's the 4th print variation, as in the cards differ. And that's at least to my knowledge. As I said before, there are many different base set prints, and differences include booster box packaging, plastic seal design, booster packs themselves. But in this video, I'm speaking about mainly the variations in the actual cards themselves. Although base set first hit stores in 1999, due to its popularity, the demand was there throughout the entire year of 2000. So in the 4th print variation, you may see the copyright date 1999 to 2000 rather than just 1999. So far, we've spoken about 3 of the 4 different print variations, so what's next? Well, it's known as the Shadowless Base Set, and it's actually more rare than the first edition print, or at least that's what many believe. So what is it? Well, to best explain the Shadowless set, it's actually more simple to speak about the first edition print and the unlimited print, which doesn't really make any sense, but hear me out. Shadowless is kind of the middle child, okay? So you've got the first edition print, which is the older sibling, then you've got the unlimited print, which is the younger sibling. See, Wizards of the Coast, who were the first manufacturer of the English Pokemon TCG until the Pokemon Company International took over, decided they wanted to make some changes with the way their cards look. And there's actually many differences between the first edition print and the unlimited print. So let's take a look. So as you can see here, we have 2 Squirtles from base set. We have a first edition variation and we have the unlimited variation here. And immediately you can start noticing the differences. The biggest one, of course, is this one has a first edition symbol and this one doesn't. Other similarities, and the most popular one, is that the unlimited variation has a shadow on the right hand side and the bottom of the picture frame or the Pokemon frame, whereas the first edition print does not have that shadow around the box. But you also may notice that the color of the entire card, especially the blue on the water type, it's lighter on the first edition print, whereas on the unlimited print it's deeper. You'll also notice that the font used for the HP is actually thinner on the first edition, and on the unlimited it's thicker, so it's a bold font. And you've probably noticed that the design of the Pokemon itself is different. On the first edition card, Squirtle is higher up, so the actual frame is higher. You can see more of the rock or the boulder that it's stood on, whereas on the unlimited version, the whole card is shifted down a little bit. You can see more bubbles, you can see another bubble right there, and the trees in the background are a different shade and look like they're printed differently. So you can tell between the first edition print and the unlimited print, many changes took place. And yes, while that is super interesting, I know what you're probably thinking. Why am I showing you first edition and unlimited cards when I should really be showing you Shadowless cards? Well, that's kind of where Shadowless comes into the picture. After the first print of Pokemon cards, the first edition print, Wizards, of course, removed the first edition stamp because it was no longer the first print. But the decision to make those changes that I just explained a minute ago either happened after another print run of base set Pokemon cards or during another print of base set Pokemon cards. And that print run right there, or that small print run, was the Shadowless Base Set. And it's literally the first edition design without the first edition symbol. That's the only change. So to show an example of what I just spoke about, I've actually got 2 Pikachu cards right here, and this is actually a really bad example because, as you can see, the Pikachu on the first edition card has a yellow cheek, whereas the Shadowless card has a red cheek. But that's a whole different variation in itself, known as the red cheek or the yellow cheek Pikachu. Maybe we'll cover that in a different video, so just ignore the cheek color, okay? Ignore the cheek color. But as you can see, if the cheeks were the same color, these cards would be exactly the same, other than the first edition symbol being on the first edition print and the Shadowless print not having that first edition symbol. You'll see the colors are the same, the lack of shadow is the same. The HP looks a little bit deeper on this side than that side, but that's probably just an anomaly. Mostly you'll see that they are exactly the same, just without the symbol. I mean, awesome cards regardless, right guys? Personally, I prefer the Shadowless base set design more than any other design, and I know you're probably going to say that I'm just jealous because I don't own more first edition cards, but I also prefer it to the first edition print as well. I don't know, for me it just seems cleaner without that symbol there, and even though that symbol means so much, and I know that visually, if it's visually only and nothing to do with the value, I prefer Shadowless. But anyway, let's talk about how to identify a Shadowless base set booster box versus an unlimited base set booster box. But the fact is, you actually can't guarantee it. However, there are a few things that you can look at, and I do definitely recommend checking out PokeRev's video where he actually showed the difference between the different boxes, and he actually presented a Shadowless box to you guys. It's a great video. Go and check it out on his channel. Pretty much a potential Shadowless base set booster box will not have the country codes on the bottom of it. However, unlimited boxes may also have that same distinction. Whereas Shadowless packs themselves will have the trading card game box or logo on the bottom of the card rather than on the top of the booster pack, similar to unlimited base set. The only way to guarantee a Shadowless pack is Shadowless is to actually find a box that has those distinctions, you know, hedge your bets, and then open it, open one pack from within that box, confirm that those cards are Shadowless, and then it's safe to assume that the rest of the packs will have Shadowless cards in them as well. And that's exactly how I got mine. A huge shout out to the seller of this pack that I got right here. Shout out to Charizard King 24 on Instagram. He of course did open up the booster box and confirm that it was Shadowless cards inside these packs. As you can see, only a beast with nothing to lose opens packs like this. Guaranteed Shadowless booster box. Packs will be up for sale. Stay tuned. And I'm sure he actually did this with someone else as well. Oh, and he got a Chansey. There we go. And he got a Chansey. So we can't, well, we might get a Chansey. Logan Paul seems to pull many Chanseys in his booster box breaks. But yeah, there we go. Guaranteed Shadowless pack right here. So here it is. Now, shall we open it? Well, here's where it gets a little bit complicated, okay? So I paid $3,850 for this pack right here. And we don't know if it's a heavy pack or if it's a light pack, i.e. it hasn't been weighed. So it could contain a holographic card, but it could also contain, you know, a non-holo rare, or even worse, a trainer. So I spoke to some of you guys on Discord. I asked some of my audience members and some friends, and actually I believe I even asked you on a video before I took my break. Also, it's great to be back, by the way. Leave a like for that. I'm excited for this new journey in Randolph Pokemon 2.0. It's going to be awesome. And I asked you guys, should I just open it completely blind, or should I weigh it? You know, should I weigh it? Should I find out whether it's going to have a holographic card in it before? And then if it doesn't, you know, and if it is a light pack, I'll keep it on display, or I'll grade it as a pack, etc. And, you know, hopefully preserve some of that value. And you guys said, yeah, you guys said do that. Don't risk it. Don't just do it for content. It's still good content to see you weigh it. That's what I decided to do. However, with the new direction of the channel and with this new Randolph Pokemon 2.0, one thing I want to do is I want to educate you guys more, and I want to share more of my knowledge. Now, I don't know everything in the Pokemon community or the hobby. I don't know much at all. I just enjoy opening packs. So I have been collecting all my life, and especially these last 5-6 years, I've been collecting heavily. So hopefully I can teach some completely newcomers a thing or two, you know? So let's talk about weighing packs. So as you can see right here, I've got a scale in front of me. Now, this is a digital scale that is mainly used for jewelry, okay? Or fine differences in weight. You can't just use a, you know, weighing scale that you use to weigh yourself in the morning. You can't use a kitchen scale even though it's a digital scale still, it won't tell you the fine margins that you need. And remember, we're talking about the smallest differences in weights, whether it's going to be a holo or not. It's not a gram. It's not a whole gram, you know. Is milligram a term? I don't know if milligram is I don't think it is, but I don't want to say it. But anyway, it's fractions of a gram, whatever the word for that is, of a difference. I see so many people on Twitch doing booster box breaks where they weigh it with the wrong scale and they just don't know what's going on, you know. So yeah, get the right scale first and foremost. And now let's talk about the ethics or the morality of weighing a pack. Now, it used to be seen as a very negative thing to do, and it used to be kind of not spoken about and not really promoted. However, as time went on, it was clear that weighing packs is actually the right thing to do. Let me just rewind it a little bit for those who have no idea what's going on. In these packs, obviously, sometimes you'll get a holo card, sometimes you'll get a non-holo card. Holo cards are usually more sought after, they're usually worth more money as well, and collectors want them more. They're shinier. Humans, we like shiny things, we like expensive things, so we want them, okay? In a booster box of especially Wizards of the Coast back in the day, you're likely to get 12 holos in a 36 pack booster box and 24 rares or non-holos. And of course, because the holographic cards have a holographic layer to them, they're actually heavier. So, you know, you can literally put a pack on a scale and you can weigh it, and you can see, is it more likely to have a holographic card or more likely to have a, you know, non-holo card? And it can be seen as, and it originally was seen as, a bit of a dishonest thing to do. But if you think about it more clearly and realistically, if a pack can be weighed, a pack will be weighed, okay? And when you're, you know, trading packs and when you're buying packs, especially on websites such as eBay or, you know, Instagram, where there's actually even less protection than a website like eBay, you're gonna get people being dishonest, you're gonna get people lying, you're gonna get people trying to bend the truth. So who can really claim that they have an unweighed pack, you know? I could tell you that this pack is unweighed, and I haven't weighed it, but if I'm selling an unweighed pack, usually, not always, there are some great sellers out there, but usually it means that I've probably weighed this, found out that it's light, and I want to make some more money rather than opening it and, you know, having cards that aren't worth as much. So instead, the better thing to actually do is to sell it as a heavy pack or sell it as a light pack. It's safer to show the weight of a pack than it is to just say it's unweighed. With that being said, there are still people that try and scam people. My friends Simon and Josh both in the past have bought heavy packs advertised on eBay that turned out to not have a hollow foil in them. Now, I want to point out as well, just because a pack is heavy, it doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to have a holographic card in it. There are many differences. You know, a box could have more air pressure in it. You know, it could have traveled differently. It could have accumulated some more weight. So the best way, in my opinion, to find out whether a pack is heavy or find out whether a pack is light is if you have the entire booster box. You know, if you have the entire booster box and you can weigh all the packs and then distinguish 12 of them that are heavier than the rest, that's the best way to do it. Just saying, you know, this one's 21 grams or this one's 22 grams is not enough. You need to know the context of the box itself and not the single pack. Also, some people will recalibrate their scales on eBay. Some people will use different scales, like I mentioned before, and will show you an incorrect figure. It'll say 21.10 grams on the eBay listing, but when you get it and you weigh it, it's 20 grams and it's not a hollow. So please be careful. I actually don't advise you to buy packs on eBay in that way. It's just dangerous, and if you want to, go ahead, but you are likely to get burned at least once. I bought packs on eBay before that are resealed, you know, on many occasions. So there are scumbags out there, there are scammers out there, and while it does look that they exist, and you know, you have to be careful, you have to do your research, and you have to take the risk. However, for this pack right here, I bought it from a trusted seller. I bought it from someone that I know within the community, and I trust them when they say that it is completely unweighed. So hopefully that explains a little thing or two about weighing packs, and hopefully you've learned something there, and hopefully you understand why I've, you know, given that advice. But here we go. Whew, now it's time to weigh this pack and find out whether it has got a chance of having a hollow card in it, or if it's a light pack and it has, you know, nothing in it. I really want it to be heavy. I want it to be heavy because I want to open it for you guys and I want to see what we can get inside. If it's light, I will take it, I will grade it with a PSA, and I'll keep it forever, or, you know, I'll keep it for a long time, and that's probably the better way to protect its value. However, if it's heavy and we do open it and it's got that Charizard, oh, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to get myself hyped up, but let's find out, okay? Also, previous buyers of these packs from this box told the seller Charizard King that the light packs were between 20.6 and 20.8 grams, and the heavies were over 21 grams in their case, okay? So again, that might just be a small sample size, but that's what we've got to base it off. So let's see, man, let's see. But I gotta hype myself up for it because I'm not ready. I don't want to be let down, you know? I don't want to be let down. And also, because I forgot to mention earlier, as you can see on the screen right here, we have the population report from PSA of the first edition Charizard, which has 122 in a 10 and 661 in a 9, versus the Shadowless population, which has 54 in a 10, so significantly less in a 10 than the first edition variant. However, similar in a 9, so 644. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that the Shadowless set is, you know, more rare than the first edition, or do you think the first edition is more rare? Let me know in the comments, because I know it's highly debated. I don't know the answer, so maybe you guys can teach me something. As you can see though, in the rest of the grades, you know, 8, 7, 6 and below, the Shadowless does have more cards submitted, whereas the first edition has, I mean, many less, but it's just in the PSA 10 variant where the Shadowless does have less. I feel like the first edition print is still, you know, harder to acquire. I know, for example, in the UK, we had Shadowless, but we didn't have first edition, etc. So I'm not sure. You guys let me know. All right, here we go. On. I'm so nervous. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel for some more videos like this coming soon. Got a lot of big things planned since I've been back, but okay, let's put something else on it first. Let's put something else on it. Let's put this Tyranitar V top loader full art alternate art for no good reason other than to check if the scale works. Okay, the scale does work. The scale works. There we go. Right. So we're looking for 21 grams. We're not looking for 20.6. Okay, let's go. I don't want to do this. Let's make sure it's centered. Here we go. Here we go, guys. It's a light pack though. Okay, so as you can see, guys, it says 20.67. So this pack right here. So let me explain real quick. Other people who bought packs from this booster box said that the heavies were 21 grams, whereas the light packs were between 20.6 and 20.8. As you can see, we are almost smack bang in the middle of the 20.6 and 8 frame, and we're nowhere near the 21 grams. Okay, so that's why we're not going to be, unfortunately, we're not going to be opening this pack, but I'll contact the other seller who has heavies available and I'll try and get one of those. But as you can see down here, we have 20.67, which is not a heavy pack, unfortunately. And while it would have been good to just rip this pack open regardless without weighing it, I feel like I've been able to explain to you the pros and cons of weighing packs, and I've also been able to, you know, teach you a lesson in terms of preserving the value of your collectibles. You know, recently in the past 6 months or year or so, especially even channels like mine, I will have to admit, we've been very big on opening everything, you know, open it for entertainment. And while I'll take the risk on opening it, and keep in mind, I'll make money on the AdSense of the video, so I'll earn money because you guys watch it. You guys will then go and copy that. You'll go and do the same thing I do and not be able to have that revenue to back you up. Obviously, I'll still lose money, but it's less money, but it also progresses my career, my channel, etc. So yeah, I want to make sure that you guys know the risks of opening packs like this, especially Wizards of the Coast packs, especially base set Shadowless packs that cost so much money or have so much, you know, potential value inside if you get the good card, the Charizard, the Blastoise, blah, 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 blah. The risks of if you don't get those good cards and you don't even get a holo, you know, if I open this right now and it's light, I could hit the Pikachu, Red Cheeks, you know, I could hit blah, 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 but it's really unlikely that I will. And it's likely that I'll get, you know, a Drowsy and a Caterpie, and it's not worth anything, and you feel bad, you know, you do feel bad. So hopefully by watching this video and hopefully by listening to what I'm saying, I'm able to, you know, lead by example and show you guys not everything's worth opening, and sometimes it's worth keeping a pack sealed like this, which is still an awesome collectible. It's still an awesome piece of history right here. You know, a guaranteed Shadowless base set pack. I can now grade this with PSA or keep it on my shelf, keep it in my collection, and it's still worth something to me, more than a Caterpie would be worth to me if I had opened it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys can learn from this, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. But there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. More videos coming now. I know I took a long break, and I'll explain why on a future video. It has been tough, I'm not gonna lie, doing this YouTube thing, especially on the Pokemon side of things, where I truly love the hobby. Mixing it with work is difficult, but yeah, anyway, I'll speak soon. For now, leave a like on the video, subscribe for more awesome videos coming soon. Randolph Pokemon 2.0 is going to be in full swing. Myself, my editor are going to be working really hard on this, so hopefully some great things to come. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more Pokemon content. Take care.